do is we dress up either as pilgrims or turkeys or the president. Um, and then we do like a lot of gobbling, and then we sing Thanksgiving gobble, you know. I I know it's funny, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, we'll have like a big turkey from behind. Um, it, it, also, this is the time of the year. Apparently, people relapse. They get into jams. You know, like I'm gonna make Preston a co-host. There you go, Preston. So I was just reading something about how people relapse on Thanksgiving. So we'll let hey Lisa, you want to admit, and
Sure.
we'll have Matt change names. You can also have it. And there's Preston's here. Preston, you have your cat with you. Look at that cat. He's sitting against the wall. Do you like your best buddy kind of thing? It,
He's cool, yeah.
and he's just yeah. I see. So
He's all right. That's good that you're doing this around Thanksgiving and all that. Good job.
well, listen, we've been doing this meeting since 2020. So we had one Christmas. I did it on Christmas, okay, and there were like only 5 people. It was before the meeting kind of blew up. It got listed. I guess it got. I have no idea. There were only 5 people, me and like 5 other people, and every single one of them was they were ready to like implode. I was like,
Mm.
holy, look at that cat starting to move around. See, I get distracted by the cat. Laura, what? What do you want? Are you a Zoom bomber or are you a real Laura? Laura.
Hello.
No, you're not. Okay, you have to go to your room. Go to your room. So, so do you know how to remove people there, guys? You hit the
Yeah.
remove.
Oh, sorry.
So what you do is you click over their name, and then you click on remove, and then when you click remove the second time, they're gone. So
If they're,
that's what you
yeah,
do.
if they're bouncing around, you do it on the participants menu.
But you guys didn't do it. I had to remove them.
I
So
thought I did it.
I did it.
Oh, I did the
I,
same
I
time.
knew. That's why I don't call on people. They and I did. I broke my own rule. Okay, let's see here. Uh, Let's let's call on Leslie. We'll find out if she's a Zoom bomber. Leslie.
I'm a Zoom bomber in training.
So listen, how many days do you have?
I have 12 today, Jan.
12 days. Now Thanksgiving's coming up, right?
Yes,
Lots of family pressure time. Lots of time to feel
for
sorry
me.
for you. Lots of time to feel sorry for yourself. But you are not allowed to slip
Okay,
over Thanksgiving. You have to suffer through it.
I
No,
will.
all right. Uh, and at Thanksgiving, you remember last year you dressed up as a pilgrim?
No.
You did. My cat looks like a pilgrim.
Yes, your cat does look like a pilgrim
All right.
or a nun.
That's about right. I'm gonna turn the bell off, guys. Jerry, no. Jerry, you're a Zoom bomber, right? Should I unmute Jerry? Okay, so you got your finger on the button. All right, Jerry. Jerry, we're only because we're going to be amused by you will we unmute you. Are you a Zoom bomber or what are you? Oh, so Jerry. So you have to unmute, come and talk to me. Hey, are you here for AA? What are you here for? Jan to Jerry. And if you don't talk to me, we remove you anyways. Because now that you raised your hand, and we just had your friend Laura in here, who was annoying. 2, 3. Hey Monica, hi, how are you? Are you here for AA? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Mount Sinai, New York, and I'm here for AA. Today's day 66.
So how many days did you say? Did you get it, Matt?
Did you
Okay.
get it?
Yeah.
Can you hear
66.
me?
So, Aaron, I'm going to make you a co-host only because I find you amusing. And we'll probably train you how to do. So, have you done Zoom much, Aaron, before?
I not until, well, the last month I've done a lot of Zoom, but I haven't, other than the other day when you had me changing names and admitting people.
Yeah. Oh, we could do a training with you too. So we do like a half an hour on Zoom, and then I just take you
Right.
through all of our how we run this meeting, etc.
Great.
So yeah, we could do that. Do that during Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
perfect.
I know. All right. Yes. So the rule is you don't unmute and talk to me. You just nod your head and
Right.
look. You look handsome, like say Preston. Yeah.
Well, I want you to know you've become one of my new coping strategies. If I'm triggered or I'm upset or I'm sad, all I do is envision you and this group, and it makes me laugh and smile.
Me too. I do the very same thing. And sometimes I bring my cat in. Okay, sit down. But other than that, let's talk to Bob. Bob, how are you? Are you here for AA? Jan to Bob.
Yep.
Come
Yep.
on in.
I'm here, Jan. I'm here.
And are you here for the AA meeting?
I am. 4 days
And
today. I'm Bob, California, 4 days.
Bob, California. You've been to this? Oh, that's right. You're from
Lucky. That's me. Yep.
Truckee.
Lucky.
That's what we want to know. There's Lori E. Hey, Lori, how are you? Are you here for the AA meeting? Where are you
Yes,
calling from?
I have 42 days today after a relapse.
Where are you calling from today?
Newport News, Virginia.
Newport News, Virginia. Is there a naval base there?
Oh yeah, we got every base there is.
Yeah, it's only the biggest naval base in the. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I knew I'd been there, but I can't remember. Okay.
Virginia Beach,
What's that?
right near Virginia Beach.
Right. Oh yeah, right near Virginia Beach. I've been there too. Okay, glad you're here. Welcome to Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. Karen. Hey Karen, hi, how are you? Let's see. Where are you? You're in Boulder, right?
I'm in Boulder and I'm actually headed to another meeting, so I might slip off this one, but I wanted to get
Well,
to a meeting
we,
today and
we try
thought,
not to use
well,
the word slip in here. That's a
oh, I
joke.
apologize. I thought that's what it called. That's what the
And
meeting was called, wasn't it?
yeah, Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. And how long are you
Yeah,
sober now?
39 and a half years.
39.5. All right.
Well,
So
the
that's
same as you. I mean, you've been sober longer than that, haven't you?
no, honey, I've been sober. I'll be 47 years next month.
I know, right?
That's like
So,
it's like I'm almost in stone. Okay, so it's Karen Boulder, 39. Glad you're here and welcome aboard. Okay, let's house Elena. Elena, and if you would put up, yeah, Preston's going to put in chat how this meeting goes, and you'll kind of see it's sort of fun for everybody who's new. Hey, Elena, how are you? And you're in Deadwood. How long are you sober?
Yes, hi. I had to look because I thought I might get called on. I'm not a day counter, but I did start my AA calendar and I am actually at 214 days.
214. Okay, good. And you're in Deadwood.
Yes, Deadwood,
Wow.
South Dakota.
They
Woohoo.
made a TV series about Deadwood.
It's good. It's actually fairly accurate. Fairly.
Oh
They
my God,
always
that's
twist it, but yeah.
and then all the motorcycles go to Deadwood too when they go to Sturgis, huh? Deadwood's a big part of that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of alcohol around here. But
there-
I'm fighting the good fight.
Are there a lot of AA meetings there too?
Not really, actually. There is one down in Rapid City, and I've gone to
Oh.
it in person a couple times, but I tend to do more online, especially
Wow.
since I live fairly remotely.
You would
So.
think in a place like Deadwood, which is notorious for drinking, would have at least one AA meeting, right?
You would think, but
Okay.
nope.
Anyways, glad you're here. Welcome aboard. Hey, Ron. Hi, how are you? Are you here for the AA meeting? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober?
Yeah, hi there. Thanks for, this whole setup. This is my first time joining. I'm actually based in New Jersey,
Okay.
and I've only been sober for a day so far.
One
But I
day.
don't drink every day. Yeah, but I don't
Okay,
drink
you're
every day.
working on one day in New
Yep.
Jersey. Welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Over to Leslie. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober?
Oh, hi. I'm calling from Jersey, and it'll be 51 days today.
61. Congratulations.
51.
51. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome aboard. Welcome to Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. Over to Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Are you here for the AA meeting? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober?
I am. Hi, thanks for the meeting. I've never been to this one before. I love the title because I am a slipper. I'm currently 25 days sober, coming off almost 2 years, so trying to get back in action here. So thank you for the meeting. Calling in from Detroit.
Well, glad you're here. This is this is Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. This meeting was made for you. So if you're new, just coming back, this meeting is built for you. We've been doing this particular meeting for almost 5 years. We were the Zoom part of another meeting, but we noticed when we got listed internationally that everyone who came was either new or coming back. So we changed the name to Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. And that's exactly what this is. It is a workshop. And if you come for 5 days, see how you like it. And then if you like it, we'll put you to work. And you'll see. So what we do is we sponsor you. We give reading assignments, writing assignments. We'll take you through all 12 steps in about a month or a month and a half. And people get well here. This is where slipping comes to an end. Right here. Here is Zoom user. You have a big family because we see a lot of you in here. I do like that, Aaron. Zoom user, how's it going? And what's your first name? Where are you calling from today? We could make a song out of that. Zoom user. Da, 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 da. Trying to think of what would go with it. Hi, Zoom user. You have to unmute. Everybody has to talk to me in this meeting because right now we're clearing the room of Zoom bombers. We've already gotten rid of a few. Rael. Hi, Rael Rahman. How are you? Are you here for AA? Where are you calling from? Go to the
Yes,
Twin
sir. I'm
Dream.
Rael Ramon. I'm calling from Texas. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here. Now I'll just listen. Thank you.
How many, before you hang up, how long are you sober?
90 days.
Oh, wow, 90 days. Congratulations.
Sure.
Way
Thank
to go.
you.
Yeah, Rael and Royal in Texas. Which part of Texas are you in?
Sir?
Which part, you don't have to call me sir, but which part of Texas are
West.
you?
West. Yes, sir.
Oh, West Texas. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I know where that
Thanks.
is.
Thanks for having me.
No, you're absolutely 100%. Harry, how are you? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober? Jan to Harry. Come on in and talk to me.
Yeah, hi,
So,
I'm calling from Florida. I'm sober, alcoholic, sober. I'm not keeping track anymore, about a year and a bit.
about a year. Well, we'll put that in there. Harry, Florida, about a year. Where are you in Florida?
I'm in a place in the Panhandle called Destin.
Oh, you're right near where Preston lives. We have a couple people from the Panhandle. There must be a big drinking problem in the Panhandle.
Oh, there is, absolutely, and I'm one of them.
I live in Boulder. There's a lot of drinking up here too. That's why I come to AA. You can't step out on the street without somebody. Okay, anyways, glad you're here. Okay, Aaron, Zoom user. Here comes Shelly B. Good. Oh, so, okay, hey, Preston, if you would put up everything to read, and then we'll have Matt do the reading. And I'm going to turn on our, excuse me here for a second, host tools. So I'm going to turn on, you can turn your video on now if you want to. And Lisa, if you just keep your eye on the room for bombers. And Matt is going to explain how this meeting works. Over to you, Matt.
Okay. Mad Alcoholic, welcome to Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. If you're new to AA or coming back, this meeting is for you. This group is exactly what the name says, a workshop. We read 5 AA books, work the steps, sponsor you, give writing and reading assignments. We'll teach you an AA program. We move right along here and people get well here. Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop is a step workshop. Unlike most AA meetings, it's not a speaker's meeting nor a discussion meeting. It's more like an AA class, AA 101. You want to have the attitude of learning, do the assigned writing and reading on the steps. We will take you through the steps in AA books in short order. So if you're looking for guidance and direction in an AA program, this meeting is for you. Security for Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. We use the waiting room. When you come in, we ask your first name, last initial, country or city, and how long you've been sober. We have chat turned off. You can chat with the host or co-host. Unmute is turned off. Cameras and pictures are turned off at the beginning of each meeting, and we turn them on later. We don't exchange phone numbers. You can get the number of the host for text and support. Here's our email for meeting confirmation, stepworkshop1@gmail.com. This is good for school, class, work, probation, court orders, etc. And there's a link to the meeting in chat. We do all of the above for safety reasons since everyone is new here and we want to protect you. Zoom bombers try to get in, the above eliminates them. You'll notice this is a step workshop and not a speakers or discussion meeting. It's like a class, AA 101, AA University. It's a very unique meeting since we use the same principles AA used between 1932 and 1939. Everybody works in the group and moves through the 12 steps to live our lives free from alcohol and learn a new way of living. Glad you could make it. Announcements. AA in this meeting is supported by our own contributions to Seventh Traditions. You can make donations to @Jann-Scott in Venmo. Contributions go to pay for Zoom, and we make monthly donations to Boulder 1 AA and Boulder County AA. We spend about $250 a month. This group meets daily with the following formats. Monday's step meeting, 12 and 12, me Monday. Tuesday's Big Book, T-shirt Tuesday, AA Inspires Preferred. Wednesday, as Bill sees it, Sunglass Wednesday. Thursday's Beginners, steps 1, 2, or 3, or any beginner-related topic, and it's Dog Thursday. Friday's Open, the chair picks the topic, and it's Cat Friday. Saturday, Living Sober, Virtual Background Day, and Sunday, Daily Reflections, Fashion Sunday. Please join me in the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. AA Preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We're self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. There's a link to the newcomers packet in chat. With that, back to you, Jann, in the studio.
Thank you, Matt. Matt is in his new Larry King studio in your house, huh? And he got a new microphone, so your voice sounds more round and solid. So
Perfect.
we like that. It's just very exciting. So Preston, if you could put up more about alcoholism, we're going to read from that in a little bit. But first, I'm Jann, alcoholic. So hey, welcome to Newcomer Slippers Step Workshop. For those of you who are new to AA or coming back, so we started this meeting in 2020 when the pandemic first got started. And we noticed that everyone who was coming were either new or coming back. And so we have it listed in the AIOA, whatever it is. And that's how a lot of people find the meeting on the international meeting list. We've had over, hey, check this out, over 30,000 people have come to this meeting. We have over 100 new people attend this meeting every single week. And like today, what do we have? We have 28 people, and at least 10 or 12 of you are new to this meeting. We have, if you're going to do the admitting, Lisa, let them. Okay, thank you. We've have over 30,000 people attend this meeting. Just amazing. 1,000 people have come, stayed, and worked through all 12 steps with us, and gotten sober. Usually in this meeting, it takes about a month and a half to work your way through all 12 steps. So what we do here is we sponsor you, we hand deliver an AA program to you. Okay, we take you through, we use 5 different books here. We use the AA book. In fact, Preston, if you could put a list of the books up and a link to where people could get them. We read As Bill Sees It, Living Sober on Saturdays, As Bill Sees It on Wednesdays. We read the AA Big Book in 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, and Daily Reflections on Sundays. So if you come to this meeting for a year, chances are pretty good that we will have read all 5 books right here in this group. So yeah, this is a workshop. It's the only meeting like it in the world. It's the AIOAA, which is the group that lists all the international meetings. Which basically they tell us that we're the only meeting like it in the world. We're the only meeting that's an actual workshop where we hand out instructions and reading assignments, writing assignments. We sponsor you, and people get well here. This is like a high-speed train where you go from 0 to 90 when you come in this meeting, and you'll see if you hang out here for the rest of the afternoon, you'll see exactly how it works, because we're going to do classroom work. Everybody in here has assignments, and we'll do some of that. So that's sort of how this meeting works, and it's pretty amazing. We have 200 people who come here regularly, not every day, but you know, some of them come pretty regularly. So I thought maybe what we do, this is Thursday, Dog Thursday. We have up, there we go, there's this dog. So one of the reasons we have Dog Thursday and Cat Friday, people bring their cats on Friday, they bring their dogs on Thursdays. Because you ever notice you go to AA meeting and you walk in and people, like, they talk about their cats or their dogs. So we said, none of that in here, except we'll dedicate Jeff Friday to Cat Friday, and Thursday to Dog Thursday, and then we have other days. Like today is I don't know what is today. Doesn't matter. One of the things that happened with Alcoholics Anonymous when it was formed in 1932, the year Prohibition ended and America got back to drinking, was they formed Alcoholics Anonymous. The first 100 members put this program together, and what they did is they all worked the program together, and they all ended up staying sober. So what is Alcoholics Anonymous? Simply put, Alcoholics Anonymous is a 12-step process. You know, when you go to therapists and they say, well, it's a process. Excuse me, I need some water. Alcoholics Anonymous is a process that teaches you how to live your life without drinking. It retrains the brain. That's what happens in here. So as we work, so we all work the 12-step process together in this group, okay? So there's no talking about cats. We don't care how your day's going. All we want to know is, how are you doing on the step that you're working on? And what happens is your life gets better. People's lives turn right around. They discovered that in the early days of AA. The problem is when you go to an AA meeting now, well, the first 100 members, 80 to 100% of them stayed sober. But the last census on AA, and AA's had several censuses, almost they're all confusing, but basically they show that about only 10% of the people who go to Alcoholics Anonymous stay sober for the rest of their lives. Well, what happened? Why did the first 100 members stay, all of them stayed sober, and now only 10%? Because the people that go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings talk about how their day's going. They don't do the 12-step process. They just don't do it. And they don't get well, and eventually they go back to drinking, and they drink themselves to death. So this is the only meeting like this in the world, incidentally. We meet every day, 7 days a week. And we go through all of this material. So who wants to read? Hey, Jeff, do you have your big book open? Would you start reading on chapter 2, There is a Solution?
Oh, there is a solution? Oh, okay.
And
now
let's read it slowly, and I might interrupt you, but so
Okay,
listen,
gotcha.
before you start reading, let me just preface it by saying this. The holidays are coming up, and alcoholics have a tendency to slip on holidays, going to the family, going here, and everybody in here has like 30 days, less than a year, so we get drunk. So we're going to talk today about how not to get drunk. And Jeff, go right ahead.
Jeff, alcoholic, South Beach. Thank you, Jan, for the opportunity. Chapter 2 of Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, There is a Solution. We of Alcoholics Anonymous know thousands of people who were once just as hopeless as Bill Wilson. Nearly all have recovered. They have solved the drink problem. We are average Americans, all sections of this country, and many of its occupations are represented, as well as many political, economic, social, and religious backgrounds. We are people who normally would not mix, but there exists among us a fellowship, a friendliness, and an understanding which is indescribably wonderful. We are like passengers of a great liner the moment after rescue from shipwreck, when camaraderie and joyousness and democracy pervade the vessel from steerage to captain's table. Unlike the feelings of the ship's passengers, however, our joy in escape from disaster does not subside as we go our individual ways. The feeling of having shared in a common peril is one element of the powerful cement which binds us. But that in itself would never have held us together as we are now joined. The tremendous fact for every one of us is that we have discovered a common solution. We have a way out on which we can absolutely agree and upon which we can join in brotherly and harmonious action. This is the great news this book carries to those who suffer from alcoholism.
I'm going to stop you right there, Jeff.
Yes,
So
sir.
just so that you don't think this is coming from me, Jeff, would you explain that, please? Jeff, for 39
Yes,
years.
Jeff, Alcoholics South Florida. Yes, what they're saying is, yes, we might have an aha moment about, gee, I'm an alcoholic. I finally admitted that, and not just a guy who drinks too much, too long, too often, and now I'm saved of it. No, that will wear off, and we might be around a room of other people and in a circle would say the same thing. But that will not work unless we then take our common bound and our realization and move forward in a series of steps, the 12 steps, as were later shown in the book. Because without the work, faith without works is dead. We need the common work, the commonality of us coming together like that and working. Otherwise, we go about our business and forget that we've just been rescued.
Okay, next paragraph. Go ahead.
Okay.
Everybody follow along. Preston put up a link. Could you put that link up again one more time? And
Yes.
Preston put up a link and read it in your big book. Everybody turn to page 18 in your big book, right? Get them out. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Jeff, alcoholic, South Florida, page 18. An illness of this sort, alcoholism, and we have come to believe it an illness, involves those about us in a way no other human sickness can. If a person has cancer, all are sorry for him and no one is angry or hurt. But not so with the alcoholic illness, for with it goes an annihilation of all the things worthwhile in life. It engulfs all whose lives touch the sufferers. It brings misunderstanding, fierce resentment, financial insecurity, disgusted friends and employers, warped lives of blameless children, sad wives and parents. Anybody can increase the list. Anyone can increase the list.
Okay, stop right there. Hey,
Go get
Karen,
some.
can I call on you? How about you? How did this paragraph relate to you? You have some time now too. The suffering and hurting friends, family, loved ones.
Well, I was talking about this today. I'm Karen and I'm an alcoholic. And I was talking about this today with someone because someone in our family has a severe alcoholism and has abandoned his son and hasn't seen his 6-year-old son in 7 or 8 months. And I said to this person today that was talking to me about it, not the alcoholic, he's now homeless from alcoholism. And I said, oh, well, that was me. That's the way I was. I mean, I've been sober 39 and a half years, so my life is far from that now. But the reality is that's who I was. They should have taken my daughter from me. I was a complete failure, and I was abysmal, embarrassing, and had hit a point of complete and utter demoralization and humiliation. And today, 39 and a half years later, no, that's not me. But I don't forget where I came from, because with one drink, one drop, I'm back there.
I have another question for you too. I always like to ask this for people when they come and have some time. So we have a lot of people in here with 30 days, a week, 5 one day, everybody under a year, mostly 30 people in the room. Why, after 39 and a half years, are you still coming to AA meetings? You pop into this meeting. Why do you still keep coming? Why, you know,
I don't want to forget.
what,
And
why?
it helps my behavior too. I mean, I have a compulsive personality, and I can start to think I want to manage my life and things. And then when I start doing that, I could start maybe wanting to manage, having a drink. And, it was odd. I mean, at 39 and a half years, that doesn't mean that I don't occasionally think about it. I don't think I'm going to drink, but I might, like, oh, maybe 2 weeks ago or something, I started thinking about white wine. Kind of picture it in a glass, and, how romantic that was. I love you laughing, because it is laughable, isn't it?
I know.
But I'm not going to pretend. I mean, sometimes I go to meetings and people are like, well, I never think about it, and I never have the urge to drink. Well, God bless you. I do. And I still been sober 39 and a half years. So, but the reality is I follow it through to this, what it says we become. It engulfs all of those lives that touch the sufferers. It brings misunderstanding, fierce resentment, financial insecurity, disgusted friends, employers, warped lives of blameless children, sad wives and parents. Anyone can increase the list.
Okay. You mentioned behavior. I come here, since I've been coming to this meeting, it's helped me with my behavior, because when everyone does the first step, the second, third, a fourth step, a 10th step, I have to do it again, and then I have to check in. How did I do today? Who did I yell at today? Or, where did I step off the track today? The idea that we get completely well and come for 5 years, I'm good. I'm just not one of those people.
Me
I mean, I
neither.
love coming to meetings. I have to do it. But Karen, I mean, I really need to I need to, thank God AA is here, because I think I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go around the room, do some classroom work right now. The reason we brought this up today is Thanksgiving's coming. I know people have a tough time. We want to see you stay sober here. So let's go to hey, Aaron, I'm going to call on you. 78 days. What was your last reading and writing assignment.
Okay, my last reading
Would you
assignment.
introduce yourself? Everybody
Oh,
introduce yourself
yes, I'm
as an
sorry. My
alcoholic.
name's Erin, and I am a grateful alcoholic from Oregon, and I have 78 days. And my last assignment was to read Bill Wilson's story and have 5 takeaways.
Oh, okay, hit me up.
Okay, so one was the powerlessness over alcohol. I wrote a little brief thing on each one, but just because there's so many people in here, you probably don't need
Go
that.
ahead.
Okay. Bill's story underscores the core principle of AA, that alcoholics are powerless over alcohol. No matter how hard he tried to control or quit drinking, Bill found himself consistently failing. He repeated his repeated attempts to manage his drinking proved futile, illustrating the need for a deeper solution that willpower a deeper solution than willpower alone. I'm sorry, I didn't put on my glasses first. So, and then number
Right.
2, I put the destructive nature of alcoholism. Bill describes how alcoholism eroded every aspect of his life, his health, his relationships, career, and self-respect. His story highlights the progressive, all-encompassing nature of the disease, which often leads to a sense of hopelessness and despair before.
Okay, stop right there. Now, how do you relate to this? Do you relate to this at all personally? What
Yes.
stands out? What stands out for you?
Yeah, that I was in such a dark place. I'd wake up every morning going, oh my God, I'm alive again. I mean, I was drinking around the clock. I'd wake up to pass out, to wake up to pass out. And I didn't start out like that, obviously. And it got really bad to where I dropped my son off at college. We drove out to Kansas together, and I was sneaking and filling up my Gatorade bottle in the car. So he didn't know, which I'm sure he knew, but so that I could drink the whole drive out there.
And I'm always suspect every time I see a Gatorade bottle in an AA meeting with a lady in baseball cap and running shoes. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Right? That was me. That was me for sure.
All right, now I'm going to interrupt you again. So you did your writing on the first step, is that right? And did you finish that?
Yeah, I finished everything.
Up
Yeah.
to where?
I up to 3, but I've also been listening to your previous tapes on YouTube trying to jump ahead because I've been wanting to keep working and we
Oh,
haven't
no, good, I'm glad. Okay, so we did step 3, right?
Yes.
And okay, now we need to do step 4, right?
Yep.
Okay, instructions on step 4. Who else? Raise your hand if we did step 3 with you, but you haven't had or who else is on step 4 in this meeting? Just raise your hand like with this thing right here, the little yellow hands that go up. Okay, so what, Gwen, you're on step 4, we gave you the instructions for him?
Well, I started my list. If you have specific instructions, I need those because I
Okay,
did all my other homework.
we haven't taken you through the instructions yet.
No.
Okay. Anybody else that ended up on step 3 headed towards, what about you, Emily? Where are you?
I don't know if I've officially done step 3. I was in the class where we talked about it.
Yeah, we did it as a group, I thought.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know if that was officially considered doing it. You said to meditate on it.
Well, yes, you did it. So you're ready for step 4.
Okay.
Okay. So let's
This is
do
my
this.
14th class in a row tonight.
Congratulations. So let's do this. Aaron, not Aaron, but yeah, Preston. So let's move Aaron, Emily, and who was the other person? Oh, Gwen. Okay, into one of the breakout rooms. We can move you into breakout room 3. Do you know how to move people into breakout rooms, Preston? And then take your big book and give them the instructions on the 4th step. Preston's done this a lot with people. Okay, so you guys are going to go do the instructions on the 4th step, take about half an hour. And we do it straight out of the big book. It's pages, the bottom is 63 through 71, except we stay out of the sex inventory, especially when it's like men and women. We don't get into that too much here because it's too triggering. So you guys are going to do that. Let's move over to, are you good there? Let's go over to, hey, so Leslie, what's your last assignment now? 12 days. So,
You told me to read the daily reflections, which I do every morning anyway.
oh, good.
And this morning it was the St. Francis prayer, and it talked about working the 11th step regularly to improve your conscious contact with God and know His will for you and power to carry it out, which is kind of step 3 over again. But that was today's November 21st.
That's really good. Yeah, the which prayer was it? Oh, St. Francis
St.
prayer.
Francis, a classic prayer, is
Do you
the
have it
heading.
there?
Yep,
Would you read it?
sure. Lord, make me a channel for thy peace, that where there is hatred, I may bring love, that where there is wrong, I may bring the spirit of forgiveness, that where there is discord, I may bring harmony, that where there is error, I may bring truth, that where there is doubt, I may bring faith, that where there is despair, I may bring hope, that where there are shadows, I may bring light, that where there is sadness, I may bring joy. Lord, grant that I may seek rather to comfort than to be comforted, to understand than to be understood, to love than to be loved. For it is by self-forgetting that one finds, it is by forgiving that one is forgiven, it is by dying that one awakens to eternal life. Amen.
Wow. So now, who knows why? So that's the St. Francis prayer, and in AA, what do we call that? It's a special prayer to us. Why did AA pick that prayer? Do you know, Jeff? Do you know, for Leslie?
No.
Well, the heading here is, it just says a classic prayer.
Alcoholics Anonymous has really been connected to that prayer for some time, and I'm so
Jan, who is the famous philosopher that not it begins with an R, not Rembrandt? What's the guy of the 20th century? They kind of 19th to 20th century. They credit him with that. I can't think of the name.
So Matt, would you look up on the internet, why did Alcoholics Anonymous pick the St. Francis prayer?
I
And
already
then
am there. I'm already
all
there.
right, and yeah, no, you always do
You
that.
want me to read it or not?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, tell us what it is.
Well, this says the St. Francis prayer, also known as the 11th step prayer, is a central part of AA because it resonates with the principles of the 11th step. Asking for help, the prayer is a request for guidance and strength from a higher power. Acknowledging dependence, the prayer acknowledges that you are not complete without God and community. Commitment, the prayer is a commitment to allow God and His help into your life. Transformation, the prayer emphasizes moving from a state of conflict and pain to becoming a channel of peace, love, hope, light, and joy, and service to others. The prayer is an aspiration to be of service for others. And they say it should be followed by a period of meditation.
Okay, so Leslie, that'll be your next assignment, period of meditation, reading the next day. And Matt, would you copy and paste that into chat to everyone? So there you go. And also the daily reflections, it's on the 11th month. So they're always doing either the 11th step or the 11th tradition. So, and then that's why they did St. Francis prayer for today. That's kind of fun too. Interesting side note. There we go. So we just learned all about hey, Karen, back over to you. Did you know that was the reason why we used the St. Francis prayer?
No, no, I did not.
Neither did I. All right. Jeff didn't know either. Yeah, so we get to learn a lot in this meeting. Okay, where are we going? Next person. Ron, what was your last reading and writing assignment? Over to you.
I'm Ron, I'm an alcoholic. My assignment was to go back
Introduce yourself.
through.
Oh, I'm sorry. You did. I apologize.
No, that's all right. I'm Ron. I'm alcoholic. My assignment was the first half of step one and to go back through my drinking history.
Oh, good. So, how many incidents did you come up with?
Well, I still have some work to do actually because I've got one, two. I only got really about the last year, and
Well, but how many did you come up with? Like, did you list them out?
oh yes, sir. Well, yes, dog. I did, but I got back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
All right,
11,
perfect.
12, 13, 14, 15. See,
All
I
right, no,
drank
that's
I drank alcoholically for a lot of years, that from my youth to my till about 25, 26, and then I didn't drink for a number of years, although I substituted it with other things, and
no,
really
look,
in the
stop,
last,
stop right there. So the
yes,
reason we have you do that is so that you can see this is what I'm like when I pick up a drink. So hang on to that. The next thing we're going to have you do is um, do the second half of the first step, that up. And the second half of the first step says, uh, or in our lives had become unmanageable. So you're going to write about the unmanageability of my entire life in these following areas. And Matt put it up in chat. His name rhymes with that. Second half of the first step, write about the unmanageability of my entire life in the areas of money, family, wife, husband, cars, school, kids, jobs, relationship, friends, the law, health. So you're going to write on each one of these topics. So an example for me would be, let's say, the unmanageability of my entire life, say in the area of jobs. Okay, drunk or sober. Okay, so let's say when I was drinking, one example, I have many that are like this, but I was working at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland, and it was a Friday. They came in and handed me my check and said, "This is going to be your last check. We're going to have to let you go." And I was like, "Oh, really? Why is that?" He said, "Well, because they opened up my desk drawer and in there was beer in a bottle." They said, "Because of this." And I said, "Yeah, but everybody here drinks." They said, "Not like you do. You know, we go to the pub. You're like, you know, you're drinking while you're on the job, and we frankly can't have you here like wasting our time." And so they gave me a check and walked me out of the building. Um, Unmanageability of my entire life in the area of jobs, and then I could list out how was my life, and I drunk or sober. I mean, I remember working at a car dealership when I was sober, and they same kind of deal. They said, "Well, we're gonna let you go. Here's your check." It was always on Friday, and I'm like, "Why is that?" And they said, "Just because, you know, you're like all over the place." And I mean, I was just a mess. I was sober, but I hadn't really done through the steps, and they needed to get me out of there. Even though I was selling really good, I thought I was doing great here. They said, "You are, but we can't have you."
Vinyl knee bar.
So that's kind of how it went for me. And so do you see these things on the right hand side?
yes, I do. I've already got them
All right,
moved over to.
all right, good. So
I had previously copied them over to Word page.
okay, so do these for tomorrow.
Okay.
And what was your last reading assignment?
That was my last assignment. You didn't
No,
give me a reading assignment.
okay, you
Well,
read
other
the
than you said to read step 3 when we had the step 3 meeting.
okay.
That
And
was,
have you read more about alcoholism?
I had not as an assignment.
Okay, we'll do it. Chapter
Okay.
2. All right, cool. You know what? Also, Leslie, you could do that too. Read chapter 2 for tomorrow. Okay, good. Let's go to Monica. 66 days. What are you working on, Hi?
You haven't assigned me anything, so I am,
Is this your second day here?
no, today's my fourth.
Oh, your fourth day. Okay. So you have a big book, right?
Yeah,
Okay, read the preface and the four forwards. The forward to the first edition, forward to the second, forward to the third, forward to the fourth edition, and come come up with 5 takeaways. So you're going to read the preface, very beginning of the book, then the 4 forwards. Talks about the
okay,
history of AA, and 5 takeaways for tomorrow, okay?
you got it. Thank you.
Okay, glad you're here too. Congratulations. And you're doing the 5 days in a row, huh? And more,
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
and more.
okay.
Thank
So
you.
what's your story? What made you come here? What happened to you?
Your meeting specific?
Yeah.
Um, I've been looking for sponsors to start working the steps. I really wanted to work on myself and within the AA structure and all, and I try to get sponsors, in groups in person and online, and
Yeah.
people, a few people said they were interested, we were in correspondence 2 or 3 times, and then they disappeared. Completely
Here,
disappeared.
let me tell you something. So people sponsor people the way that they've been taught, but most people don't know how to sponsor people because the
Right.
sponsor's job is to take doing what we're doing right here, take you through the program, the 12 steps, deliver it in a succinct way. That's what the first 100 people did that as a group. So we actually sponsor you as a whole group. You notice like Preston's off with 3 people giving the 4th step
Mm-hmm.
instructions. Jeff has taken people aside in a breakout room and explained um, working with others and how to do 12-step work, which you would think is relatively easy, but it wasn't. A lot of those people they got to the 12th step and they blew out of here, which happens.
Mm-hmm.
So what we say here is you have a sponsor, we sponsor you, and we'll keep moving forward. So I'm glad you're here. Your dreams have
Thank
come
you.
true.
Thank you. I'm enjoying
Like Peter
your workshop very well.
Peter Pan. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. It's let's go over to Rebecca. Hey Rebecca, what are you working on now?
Hi, Jan. Rebecca, alcoholic. I'm working 10/11. Having a really hard time at work the past few days. Today was probably really bad.
What happens? What happens?
Yeah, you know, people. This cat is dying, and we want to relieve their suffering, and there's just denial, or flips the other way. It's just really hard dealing with that, as well as also inter office issue. So just really tough stuff. I'm a veterinarian, so
Yeah,
if
you're a veterinarian and you run.
so,
It's your office. You run the office,
I,
and
I I really don't. I mean, there are
Yeah.
2 of us, and
Okay.
when I'm there, I'm the boss, and when he's there, he's really the boss. But I mean, our profession has probably the highest suicide rate. It's tough.
I thought it was dentists.
No, it used to be. It's now veterinarians. Yeah,
Now veterinarian. No,
I know. I
don't
don't
say
get the
that's
cult
true.
thing. I don't.
Well, how do you like it when we do Cat Friday or
The-
Dog Thursday? You have a dog.
I love it. I did have cats. I'm kind of
Yeah.
done with the cat box.
Well,
Yeah. So it's just been really hard, and normally I would go, home at 6 and have a drink. And,
yeah.
I really love this meeting that's at 6. That's exactly when I get out of work if I can. So it really helps me. And I am doing 10/11. I said so many prayers today.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes I'll go to, and if you could put it up, please, I will go to the 24-hour international meeting out of London. a lot of
I've
new
been
people
there.
there. You've been
Yeah.
there? Do you
Yeah.
like that
I
meeting at
love
all?
Stu Man. I love him. Stu Man is great. Yeah. So
Okay.
I do. And I love the
Okay.
people, the old timers, because they really tell it like it is. And
Yeah.
it's very sobering.
You'll occasionally see me up there.
Yeah.
Oftentimes I'm there like on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night,
Yeah.
10 o'clock,
I
Colorado
also
time.
think I did a 12-step. I went to one meeting, I don't know, the zoo crew. And there was someone, was really crying and having a hard time. She was on day one.
I
So
see.
I stayed for fellowship and I gave my phone number out. So I think that's step 12, right?
Yeah, we have to take care of ourselves when
Yeah.
we're in a stressful jobs, it's
Yeah.
important to what I do if I can't think of what to do, I'll go to a meeting. I just be like, okay, I need to go sit in a meeting someplace. All right. Hang in there.
Thanks.
Um, Bob and Truckee, Nevada, how you doing? What did we give you an assignment?
I'm on day 3 with you.
All right, well, I'm going to
Through-
give you one now.
Okay.
So it will be, you have a big book, an AA book?
It's on the way. I ordered it Monday. I think it should be here either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, so Matt's he put it up already. It's in chat. Gonna have you read the preface and the 4 forewords
Okay.
for tomorrow and 5 takeaways on the preface and the 4 forewords.
Okay.
All right. How are you feeling? 4 days. How are your
Great.
withdrawals going? How's your detox?
Oh no, it's been fine. It's funny. I was successfully successfully abstaining Monday through Thursday, and drinking Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I thought, well, this is okay. I can just limit myself to 2 drinks each day, maybe a total of 6 Friday through Sunday, and it just creeps back. And then last Saturday, I just got drunk, and it just disgusts me.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. I've been
Oh.
going locally to a 7 a.m. AA in person this
Have you
past
been
3 days.
checking your blood pressure during your detoxes? You're 4 days sober. That's why I'm asking.
No, not really. I
You
have a
should.
blood pressure machine.
Well, do it. Check your blood pressure today.
Okay.
I used to run the Alcohol Recovery Center night shift for a year. We got trained in all of this. And in this meeting, we have a lot of people like you who come in here the first 5 days sobering up, and it can raise hell with your heart. It cause aneurysms, all sorts of things. When people have the most critical times, it's in the first couple days of detox.
Okay.
So check your blood pressure, and if it's up there, you need to contact your primary care physician or
Okay.
we always recommend go to the ER, okay, see a doctor, all right, and make sure you're medically checked out in the early phases of detoxing. It's one of those things like I'll be okay until you're not, that's what we're afraid of. Sam, what are you working on now? Your last reading and writing assignment. Jann to Sam. Can't hear you, Sam. You're muted. Oh, I guess we're not. Let's go to Shelley. Shelley, did I give you any assignments?
No, this is my second meeting with you guys.
Okay, good. How are you liking it?
Your meetings are probably my favorite.
Okay, good. So you're on your 5th day. How are
Yes.
you how are you feeling from detoxing?
I'm okay. I have a headache. Last night I almost broke, so instead I went on a really late meeting that maybe went long. So then I was too tired to do anything, and I went to bed. So I made it to
Well,
5 days.
well, okay, so wait. Um, have you checked your blood pressure?
I do it for other things, and yes, it's normal. It's
What is it?
fine.
What is it? What is it
118 over
reading?
74 was this morning's.
Oh, so you're taking blood pressure meds?
No, I see a doctor over virtual, and every time I see her, I have to take my blood pressure.
Okay, does she know? Have you checked with your primary care physician and told them that you're quitting alcohol?
Yes, and they were super happy for me, and they told me if it spikes, like what you were saying to the other people, if it spikes to let them know. But as long as it stays in the normal range, I'm okay. I wasn't
Right.
heavy, I just was consistent, and yeah.
All right. All
Not
right. Well,
anymore though.
we're always concerned in this meeting when people are in early detox because we have a lot of people here every single day, and we have a responsibility to make sure we at least tell you to talk with your primary care and or go to the emergency room. Um, so hey, over to Lisa. Now, Lisa, what are you working on? How are you? You want to unmute?
Sorry, I'm like having issues with my button sticking here. Doing my daily, reading the daily reflections, doing meditation in the morning, reflecting on everything at night. I was, redoing or continually working the 11th step. So today I was focusing on that a lot today. That's
So
it.
you've worked through all the steps. You're up on 11 and 12, and now you're starting to do service work in this meeting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then so how's it going with I know you had some like critical issues with family
They're
family
still
members. How's
critical, but
Mhm.
I think I mentioned this at another meeting, is some of the steps or some of the processes that I'm following through the steps, for alcohol is actually helping me navigate some of the problems with other issues. So I'm just
Okay,
learning ways to handle
with
different approaches.
specifically with your ex-husband, right? That's he's like the
Very
number
much so.
he's the number one problem in your life, right?
He is he is my number one,
Yeah,
yes,
I get it. Okay,
outside of like life in general on other issues. But if I have to reread the resentment prayer, it's mainly because I have
so
to deal with
on
my
page
ex-husband every day.
552 in the big book, freedom from
552 in the
bondage.
big book.
Freedom from bondage. Is God intervening? Is he not relieving this?
Actually, I am being relieved, and I'm able to pass some of these skill sets on to other people when they have to deal with him as well. So
Put that
not
up, Matt. 552. The freedom from bondage. Very important. If you hate somebody, this is the one that you read. And
that's
I,
a strong word. True, but strong.
I know. It's just like that. So what are your plans for Thanksgiving this coming week?
I'm gonna be with my family.
Okay, like your ex-husband?
No, no. Outside of my ex-husband, my kids, I'll share some time with my son who's ill at the moment. And my
Right.
daughter will be there, and just make my way mostly to friends, places.
Okay, because like for you and Rebecca and other people, really concerned about the stress that comes on. Thanksgiving comes and you're supposed to, oh great, now I'm supposed to be fucking thankful. And I hate this person and these people are driving me crazy. I'm going to the bar because I know what works, and that's just how we do it during highly stressful days. I, I don't want to see you guys do that, but I want you to know that a lot of people relapse over certain holidays. So one of the things we're doing in this meeting is how do you set up your life to not relapse, Lisa?
Sorry about that. I keep hitting this button. How do I survive? I think I have I have a good support network and a lot of co-pilots, I guess. I have a lot of wingmen that
You do?
I do.
Are they like in AA or what are they? Who are they?
No, they're just people who know me inside and out, know what I'm working on, are able to just help navigate or help um help navigate or help walk me through
Yeah,
scenarios, or just trying to soften the blow on certain subjects if others are trying
we
to egg
we
me on
need
or things
we
like
need that. This will be your first Thanksgiving sober, right?
that. Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Yeah. Same thing with you, Rebecca, right? All right. Okay, I bring it up because the day comes upon you, and then if we're like, oh my God, my life is a complete disaster, we have to, I always recommend going to a meeting if it gets really bad. Let's go over to, hey, Lori, 42 days. Have you been to this meeting before, Lori?
No, I haven't, but I think I'm gonna stay.
Okay, welcome aboard.
Actually, I know
Come
I'm,
for five, come for 5 days, see how you like it, okay?
okay, well, I got,
Glad you're here. Vincent, how are you? You're here for AA, right? Where are you calling from? You been to this meeting before, Vinny? Somebody tried to name my cat Vinny. I didn't like it. I, kidding. Don't know any better. What? All right. Harry Berto, how are you doing? You're here. You're back with us. Glad you're here.
Yeah, what's up, man? Heriberto Alcoholic. I have 101 days today. Yeah, my
Okay.
assignment was just to read daily reflections. I read the same thing Leslie read, the
Yeah.
classic prayer.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, it just talked about asking for God for peace, love, forgiveness, faith, to bring joy and comfort. And then it just says that by dying, one awakens to eternal life. So.
Perfect. I like it. Matt, over to you for the promises.
Okay, Mad Alcoholic, these are the promises on page 83 of the Big Book. For painstaking about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed before we are halfway through. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We'll lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We'll intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We'll suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They'll always materialize if we work for them.
Thank you. Here comes the serenity prayer. It goes like this. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, so this meeting is officially over. If you have any questions about AA or this meeting, you can unmute right now. I said it, so you can unmute and ask away. It's too much fun, huh?
Hey, I have something to say. Stacy Alcoholic.
Yes.
You didn't call and check on me today, but I'm
Well,
on
we
10 and
ran out of
11.
time. So we
I
ran out
know.
of time, and then if we go over, it pisses some people off, so I try not to. So go ahead. Yeah, what's up?
So I've been praying and working really hard on looking for a new job, and I got 2 job offers yesterday on the same day. I was able to pick the one I wanted.
And what is it?
Great.
What are you gonna do?
Operations manager for a big trucking company.
Yay!
An
Yay, I know, I'm so
ops
happy.
manager. How big of a trucking
Yep.
company?
Crete, which
What's
is
that?
pretty big. Crete Contract Carriers. Or Crete Carrier
CR
Corporation, CCC.
CRETE?
Yep.
Oh, and what do they haul? Concrete?
No, they're
Right.
out of Crete, Nebraska.
Oh, I see. What do they haul? What kind of trucks?
I'm not sure. I think van and reefer.
Oh, okay.
So pretty cool. And it's hybrid remote. I only have to go into the office 2 days a week.
Good.
Making very, very good money. I'm very happy. With
Stacy,
my
did you
checkered
say
past,
reefer?
even. Yeah, reefer or van.
Well,
Reefer means refrigerated unit.
Okay, okay. Thanks for that clarifying that.
we're talking trucks
Not
here.
marijuana.
Wow. How many trucks do they have?
Oh, I don't know. They have thousands. But
Well, if you
the
ever, if you
little,
need an assistant, let me know.
all
I like
right, I
working,
will.
I like working from home and I know all about trucks.
Yep.
You ever have to send a driver out into the middle of Kansas to pick up a truck from somebody quit? And they called and
Oh
said,
yeah.
that's like,
I've done that lots of times all over the country.
oh, is that right? And did you have to go yourself?
Oh no, I never drove, but I would fly drivers out to pick up trucks where they were abandoned. Yep.
Yeah, I had to do that. Okay, so anybody else? No, we finished talking about trucks. I could talk about trucks all day. I unfortunately drove all 48 states. I owned a trucking company here in Boulder. We didn't have very many trucks.
Oh,
We had like 15 trucks. They were on the road all the time.
well, that's good.
Yeah,
I want to do a podcast about it.
that'll be fun. One of my favorite podcasts is one called, and I wonder if any of you have ever seen it. It's called Laura Farms. Laura is this 19-year-old girl, she's now 22, who took over the family farm, and she explains everything. Uh, One day she's in a tractor and she explains everything there, and she and her young husband. It is just hysterical. It's also pretty interesting because you learn all about farming. I don't know why I like it. It's non-stressful. Ron, you look like you'd probably like something like that, huh? Have you ever seen her? He's laughing at me. What?
No, was raised on a farm. I had all the farming I want.
Oh, is that right? Oh, did you grow up in a farm or something or what? Oh yeah,
Small
okay.
farm, yes.
Yeah, she's in a big Nebraska farm. Lots of tractors. I grew up, my family had construction companies, lots of heavy equipment, all that stuff, all over the place. So I grew up doing that from the time I was like 7 years old. God, I'm not doing it now. All my nieces and nephews, they all do it. They're all back in the East with you know, their construction companies building stuff everywhere. Anyway, I get on a family Zoom meeting on Sundays, and fortunately they don't talk about it too much. But so you grew up in a farm? Did the farm do any good or no? You're muted
Oh,
though.
it did fair. We were tobacco farmers.
Tobacco farmers down in Kentucky?
Yes, Western Kentucky,
What kind of
about
tobacco?
100 miles north of Nashville.
Oh, okay. We had tobacco farms around where I lived too, but they were wrapper tobacco for cigars in Connecticut. I never got into that.
Yeah, the old Connecticut rapper.
Is that right? There you go. You know
I
the
mean, I
name
heard
of
the
it.
name.
Yeah,
Okay, there you
yeah, yeah. Yep, yep.
Jeff knows.
All
When you
all
have
the way
Wall
north
Street.
to all the way north to Greenfield, Mass. Oh yeah, that's rapping country.
Oh my God.
Oh, rapper country. Right, right.
What kind of tobacco did you grow?
Connecticut broadleaf.
Cigarette
Connecticut
tobacco
broadleaf.
there, Ron?
Well, we raised both burley tobacco and dark fire tobacco. The dark tobacco they use for
Oh, I see.
snuff and
You
dip,
you were glad to get out of that.
most definitely.
Why? What? Why so?
Well, it was just hard labor.
Oh yeah. Oh, you have to get out in the fields yourself?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, you don't have to call me sir. There's a cat. Tomorrow's Cat Friday, Shelley. It's going to be a big day around here.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Ron. I think Ron's amused by this meeting. I'm glad he is. So we get to talk about trucks, tobacco farming,